From his strength to his jump and his speed. IShowSpeed is a crazy athlete. But to figure out just how athletic he really is, I'm gonna be using his actual athletic stats along with real head-to-head matchups to compare him against some of the greatest NBA athletes of all time, some of the fastest NFL players ever.
I want that, bro. I want that.
And all sorts of other pro athletes, from world-class gymnasts all the way up to the strongest man alive, starting with Speed's jumping ability. Dude is literally always pulling out backflips. Whether that means flipping over the Great Wall of China,
Great Wall of China!
while holding 70-pound weights,
70 pounds!
or even jumping straight into his own streaming setup. Simple flips like that are nothing compared to when Speed jumped over not just one, not just 5, but 10 fold-up chairs.
10 chairs! Sue!
And having hops like that, not only had Speed confident enough to challenge Olympic gold medalist Sunisa Lee,
Doesn't make any sense.
but since Sunisa is kinda short, Speed decided to level up even more and jump over his own height. But not nearly as impressive as when Speed challenged an entire African tribe to their traditional jumping competition.
Higher! I'm higher than you, boy! Who next? Come on! Can anybody in the tribe beat me? Come on! That's what I do!
Crazy. But finally moving on to Speed's actual vertical, it didn't just completely shock NFL GOAT Tom Brady.
Oh my God, that's unbelievable.
That's insane.
40 vert, y'all!
40, that's like the 1% of 1% of 1% of 1%.
And even 40 inches wasn't satisfying enough for Speed, so he topped himself with a ridiculous 41.75 inches. Hops like those would impress even the best NBA players, because that's not only way higher than Steph Curry's 35-inch vertical, which I guess makes sense since mans can barely even dunk. Speed's massive 41 inches is also higher than athletic freaks like Kobe Bryant, whose vertical was measured at just 38 inches. And if that didn't blow your mind, what if I told you that Aaron Gordon, the dunk contest legend who throws down highlights like these, his NBA Combine vertical was measured at just 39 inches, which is still over 2.5 inches shorter than Speed's ridiculous 41. And with hops like that, you'd think Speed could actually play in the NBA? Well, at least until you remember dude is only 5 feet 10 inches and has absolutely zero skill. But jumping ability is just one part of the equation. Before we get to strength, we have to talk about Speed's actual speed first. Because honestly, this is where things get crazy. Starting with other content creators, you've probably already seen Speed dust KSI.
Stop playing on me! I'm Speed on my mama! I'm Speed! Sir! What did I tell him? Speed.
And of course, when he absolutely humiliated this giant meathead, not just once, but 4 different times. Since then, Speed's racked up all sorts of new impressive races, record-breaking sprints, and so much more against way more serious competition. Up first was Celtic star Jaylen Brown.
I brought Miami and I still won.
And if beating Jaylen while pulling a hammy wasn't already enough Celtics disrespect, Speed followed it up by doing his teammate Jason Tatum even worse.
Race for Giannis? Nah, Giannis don't want to race, bro. He know that. He know he don't want it.
What, the race?
Yeah.
Nah, I want that shit.
Speed took his NBA disrespect to an entirely new level when he tried breaking the record for the fastest 3/4 court sprint ever.
What's the average in this?
3.21 seconds is the average.
Okay.
But you want to know the world record.
I do want to know the world record.
Devin Carter hit 2.87. He around your age, too.
I gotta beat that.
I like that. That was good. Oh, my. 2.80.
That's the world record! Hell yeah! Whoa!
With a record-breaking time of 2.805 seconds, Speed officially became faster than any NBA player ever. But as embarrassing as that was for the NBA, it still wasn't as bad as how Speed did NFL players. This is Robert Griffin III, RG3, an NFL quarterback known for his crazy speed and athleticism.
I won that, bro. I won that.
And RG3 wasn't the only NFL player Speed did dirty. He also absolutely fried first-team All-Pro cornerback Sauce Gardner and had the fastest NFL player alive, Tyreek Hill, shaking in his boots.
Come on, bro. Hey, this race is waiting on, bro. Everybody's waiting on this race, man. We can put money on it. Hey, if you beat me, I won't say, bro, you got it. You feel what I'm saying?
I won't say nothing else.
I won't say nothing else.
There's levels to this, bro.
All right, then win then, bro. Like, hey, I pulled up on you.
Whenever I pull up on you with my shoes on, ready to run, you know what time it is, bro.
Really? All right, well, you ducking, bro. Hey, Trey, y'all see this right here? He's scared to race me. Look, he's running away.
Then, after being seen doing all sorts of NFL training drills and working on his game 24/7, Speed met up with NFL GOAT Tom Brady to finally put his skills to the test.
All right, let's get it going. Let's see what you got.
Let's go.
Get it.
Yes, keep going. Keep going.
There you go.
After going through all of that, Speed finally asked Brady the question we all wanted answered.
Can I be an NFL pro?
Yeah, tough. Speed is there, jump in. Attitude, work ethic, all of it counts, man.
Getting stamped by the GOAT is crazy, but when you look at the stats, it all starts making sense. Because since Speed also measured his 40-yard dash time while training with Brady,
Let's go. Come on. Get out. Come on.
4.49.
and he's been clocking even faster during other sprints,
4.4.
if you take that 4.44 second dash time and put it up against all sorts of NFL speedsters, Speed is all the way near the top. Only slower than a couple of NFL speed legends like Tyreek Hill and Xavier Worthy, who both ran ridiculous 4.2 1-second dashes. But as impressive as that is for Speed, zooming out of just the NFL and comparing him to actual professional runners is where things start getting humbling. Like the time Mr. Beast set him up against the fastest man on earth. Even though it may have seemed tight, if you look closer, Speed did have a great start, was even winning for a couple of seconds. But Noah almost instantly catches him, starts gapping him, turns his head around to stare Speed down, and trolls him with this janky-looking form to finish it out. And Noah wasn't the only pro that Speed took an L to. Now, moving on to strength. Even though Speed's always been in shape, over the last couple of years, he's gone from just being skinny athletic to, after 24/7 gym ratting,
My back has gotten so stronger from putting a pull-up bar in my bathroom. You pee like 5 times a day, right? Every time you go to the bathroom, do 10 pull-ups. I don't even think y'all understand. Trust me, bro.
he went from looking like this at the gym to this. And with his new and improved body, Speed not only used it to nearly break strength records on a punching machine,
That gotta be it.
when he got the chance to challenge former UFC world champion Alex Pereira, this happened.
Oh my God! That's 921!
Crazy. But remember when itty bitty Speed was having trouble deadlifting just 2 plates? Well, after those months of hard work and strength training, Speed would go on to do this. And having strength like that not only led to Speed squatting massive deadly pythons on his back just for fun, he also easily won Mr. Beast's Who's the Strongest Streamer challenge.
Not even close. No! You're too weak. You can't do it.
Put force into it.
So, when it comes to the question of the entire video, how athletic is IShowSpeed really? Well, even though dude has unreal jumping ability, is pretty damn strong, and is on par with some of the quickest NFL players of all time, Speed is definitely outclassed by the top athletes in each of those categories. But listen, these people have dedicated their entire lives to their crafts. Meanwhile, Speed is operating almost exclusively out of pure natural raw talent. So if he continues to really put in the work like he's been seen doing recently, there's no telling how crazy of an athlete Speed could truly become.
So we can link up anytime. I'm retired now, so I'm not running. But I can coach you.
But Speed is fast, though, boy. He more of a football player than me, I think.
What if I train this man to be the Olympic champion? I mean, that's very wild.
Speed is just an athlete, man. He can do it all.
Let me take you under my wing. Like, yes. I will teach you all the little tips and tricks, and you do your thing.
I can coach you to go faster. You're already fast, but everybody wants to be faster, right?